correct. That's a little K Dot, also known as Kendrick Lamar, out here in these streets, dropping diss track after diss track, making history, making moves, and hurting people's feelings. One person in particular. Where are we right now? Welcome back. Hottest show in the galaxy. It's Foolishness Friday. We're here with the great Roderick Morrow, the black guy who tips.com. Now, I mentioned the beef between Kendrick Lamar, and Drake earlier. I don't really care. I feel like there's a lot bigger fish to fry, but it's Friday. So I treated it like the frivolous non-story that it is. However, I'm seeing that there's so many Easter eggs. It feels like a Marvel movie as we start to unpack, including that sample of Al Green. It's like he is finding ways to hurt Drake's feelings musically, lyrically, figuratively, literally. It is no smiz. Nope. We're going to have Roderick get out. It's going to be Roderick's turn. Y'all people just coming into the damn Zoom. All right. So, listen, what started? Who started this? When is it? Is it Rick Ross's fault? Like, I just need to know, Roderick.
So what started the current iteration of this is Drake has a song called First Person Shooter with J. Cole, right? Drake and J. Cole on there rapping about how they're the best rappers in the game. They also mention Kendrick. They say, we're the big three. J. Cole even shouts out Kendrick by name to be like, it's me, Drake, and Kendrick. Everybody's wondering who's the best. And apparently Kendrick took that personally. He was not on the song with them. And he put out a song where he was featured on Metro and Future's album called Like That. He put a verse on Like That was dissing J. Cole and Drake. And it was like, wow, where did this even come from? Those guys love you. And they just said that you're all the best. And, he even says, F the big three, it's just big me, and then of course that sends out a spiral of people, getting involved. Rick Ross put out a song, Drake put out a response. Drake put out an AI response that was weird. And so finally we've been waiting for Kendrick to respond, and he dropped Euphoria a couple of days ago, which is a 6-minute song where it becomes apparent he was invited onto First Person Shooter to be part of that with Drake and J. Cole. And him and Drake specifically, him and Drake do not like each other. And they've been saying
that's what
stuff.
I want to get to. I just want to get to why. So in this First Person Shooter, and again, my hip hop knowledge, it begins with Rapper's Delight and ends with Tupac and Biggie. So I'm just going to just tell you that's my frame of reference.
No problem.
I don't care beyond that.
Okay.
Lil Kim and there's others, but that's my range, right?
Right.
But I'm reading. I like lyrics. I like words. I read. So he says, I'm naming the album The Fall Off. It's pretty iconic. This is a First Person Shooter because it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch, getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, so that's good. He's got nice
Muhammad Ali.
That's J. Cole. Yeah.
The thing, and so that seems like a very loving thing, and I think J. Cole meant it in a very loving way, but he just did not realize, and this happens to all of us in life sometimes. You are hanging out with somebody that actually the other two people really don't like each other, and so you think it's all good. You have no idea. So J. Cole put out a rap response to Kendrick and then deleted it. Said he couldn't sleep. He hadn't. Right. He said it was bothering him.
I read the apology. Yeah. All right, so pause for a second. There was this acronym: IDFW, PWFW, PIDFW, and that's kind of my motto. And to the point that if you are FW with somebody that I'm not FWing with, I'm not FWing with you. So I feel like Kendrick Lamar and I are aligned in that way.
He believes that.
Yes, you effing with somebody that I don't F with. Now, you caught astray because maybe Jay didn't know the depth of the.
It seemed like
friction.
he didn't know, and that seemed like somebody between. Now look, I feel bad because I honestly I mocked this man for deciding to bow out. I did. I made lots of jokes about J. Cole. I said he let North Carolina down. Can't believe it's a rap beef. Just go ahead, put the rap song out. Who the hell cares? It's the safest beef. Y'all all like 35. None of you shoot people. Like, just say what you gotta say. And I now, in hindsight, apologize to J. Cole because clearly he was right. Word got to him that this was for real, and not really about him. And he saw himself out, and that's probably the most prescient thing anyone's done in this entire ordeal.
Hats off. And to your point of them being 30, well, J. Cole's 39.
Yeah.
Them being older gentlemen. And it's usually not even the people, it's the people around the people. Right. It's the people around the people, or the people that want to be around the people, that need to show the people that they are tough, that usually cause most of the violence and the friction and the discourse that happens. That's true. Yes. So in this story, J. Cole is a hero. He's somebody to be honored in this way, that he, used the art in the way that it needed to be. And when he did, didn't mean something, he apologized, even though he didn't mean it. Because, Roderick, there are people in their 50s who be like, well, I ain't mean it. And then
it's a lot of people that will let the crowd push them into something they shouldn't do just because that's what the crowd want. I respect it. It's just, it's unfortunate. The only mistake he ever made was putting out the song in the first place, because he really was the smartest dude in the room. And then the thing that people have always said about Drake is constantly talking bad about other people, but he does it in such a specific way. Only the people he's talking about knows it. So it's littered throughout his rap catalog. So a lot of people in the industry don't like him. And then Kendrick's the first dude to be like, I'm just going to say it. Like, I'm not going to wait on you to say my name. I'm just going to say, I don't like you. I don't mess with you. I can't believe you reached out to me after the things you said about me after we've worked together and everything. So keep my name out your mouth, and I won't come for you. And I think, I think the brother has some points. I think he made some points.
Here's the other point. This is a life lesson. Mm-hmm. You don't know somebody's struggle. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have a comedian on in the last hour. Cat Williams has a special tomorrow, kicks off tomorrow. Monique's out in them streets saying some things still, and I wish she can probably put that at this point. We get it.
Yeah, no new minds are being changed.
Nothing. And you involving the crowd in something. I feel like at this stage of they're there to be humored. They need to laugh. Right. You don't get me in a call and response calling people out their name. That's uncharacteristic for a lot of people, and they felt goaded into. It's like peer pressure, the ultimate peer pressure. Mm-hmm. All wrong for adults. That said, as I'm watching this whole thing play out, you should not come for people who didn't ask you to come. To leave folk alone. This is the message for 2024. Please just leave people be. Don't stop. Let's stop.
I'd add in this too. If you don't mess with me, don't try to act like we cool. Don't do it. We can be cordial and professional, but don't reach out to me. Hey man, be on this song with me. Be on. Why? Why would you do that? I don't like you, and you don't like me, and you've been saying it, and I've been listening. Are you disrespecting my intelligence? We don't have to like each other. We roll in the same work, but we don't have to be in the same community with me and you. I think I really love that Kendrick said, I'm just gonna skip the steps of passive aggressiveness and just say, I don't like you. Okay. And see the difference with Kendrick and Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Pusha T, a lot of them said things that were funny jokes. People make memes, they put out stuff on social media here's a picture of Drake in blackface. Kendrick is not joking at all, and it makes it funnier for me. Because I know he really means I don't like this guy as a person.
For example, Roderick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to get your line? Okay, yes, so he said in 616, he said you are a bad person And I and I know because people in your circle are telling me you're a bad person. It's your people that want me to get at you. Like that's not a joke. There's nothing funny about that. And in this 616, I told my wife when I woke up, which I came in here this morning, I said, baby, he dissed him again. I said, he put out another song. She said, again? I said, I know. And I said, but this time it's not even really mean. He telling him to get his life together. Like he's saying, like your friends not your real friends, your people in your crew, your entourage, you paying them all this money, they're robbing you. They don't respect you. You go be a good father, go get some morals about yourself and just be a better person. I hate fake bullies, that kind of stuff. And she was like, that's even worse. And I said, you right. It's worse. I'd rather you be like, you dumb, stupid person, I hate you, than to be like, actually, I've been looking at your life from a distance. And let me tell you something. You're not a good person. You're bad. You stop researching me because he's been putting money out to research dirt on Kendrick. Kendrick's like, you wasted your money. I'm boring. I don't do nothing but go home, hang out with my kids and my family. I don't party. I don't really do drugs or none of that stuff. Everything bad about me, I rapped about on Mr. Morale. So it's out there. Y'all didn't find it. I put it out there. Save your money, bro. Put it in some therapy. And then like fix your family. Like it's so he means it. He means
616 in LA dropped today. Euphoria dropped earlier this week. I didn't know all of the Easter eggs in there. So let's just start with Al Green's What a Wonderful Thing Love Is, the sample that you heard me come back with. Apparently, credits on that song list Maybon Hodges as guitar player on the original song, otherwise known as Teeny Hodges, the late songwriter and guitarist, is Drake's uncle. 616 is literally Father's Day. Is he telling him, I'm your daddy now, or go be a good daddy?
Go be a good daddy.
Go be a good daddy. This is Father's Day. I'm about to let you know. The first one was Teddy Pendergrass. I didn't know the Teddy. I knew immediately when I heard the sample, I was like, oh, that's it. Speaking of Philly, Philly, a lot of great stuff come out of Philly. That's Teddy Pendergrass.
Also, like these things, Kendrick is very black coded, Black American culture coded. Like soon as we hear, we know. I was like, oh, Teddy P. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I'm a big Kendrick fan. When I first heard Euphoria, that first 30 seconds, I got nervous. I said, oh, no, this coming soft. You rapping over Teddy P? Like, what, we gonna sing to him? I thought we was coming out and then after that, he got that out the way. And then he started rapping. I said, okay, this is what I came for. And the next 6 minutes was hot fire. But yeah, it's black coded stuff in there that also hits. Also, Drake had put out a song he had to take off because it used artificial intelligence to make him sound like Tupac. Tupac's estate said, take that shit down. So he took it down.
And 616 is Tupac's birthday.
And so he said, so it had to come down or whatever. But the name of the song was Tailor Made, and it was supposed to be some sort of like allusion to like, oh, Kendrick Lamar needs to work with Taylor Swift in order to sell records or whatever. On this 616, Kendrick has Taylor Swift's producer as one of the creditors. Like, he's sick. The boy is a genius and using it for
Euphoria. I didn't know. I don't watch Euphoria. With Zendaya. But apparently Drake is a producer on it. Yeah, so he's coming for all of everything. Somebody said to me yesterday, it doesn't matter. Drake sells more. Oh yeah, I got into this discussion with Rick Martin, who used to be in the music industry, and he was Pimp C's producer, manager and stuff. And we were having this conversation. He's like, well, Drake he's a Drake guy. So he was like, well, this is not going to hurt Drake. And I was like, yeah, because most of the people that buy Drake's music are women, maybe pop, they like him for whatever, and white boys. Like, he's not us. He has no, it's not like he's part of the culture. He's a fascination on the outside. And I said, just like Taylor Swift. And I compared it, even though he's like, well, she's a beast. I was like, she is. But Taylor Swift,
she's not of the culture.
Fan ain't really effing with her like that. You can I respect Taylor Swift, but she ain't in rotation.
Right.
And it's a difference.
And I'm
It's a
surprised
culture
that
difference.
somebody coming from the Pimp C like lineage would say that, because Pimp C has one of my favorite lines, which is "Take that monkey shit off, you embarrassing us." Now it might have some racial connotations to it, but the point is, in that song, he was saying, "I just don't mess with the kind of person you are. You a whack human being. It don't matter if you can sell more than me. That's fine. That's fine, baby." It's not about that. And I love how in 616, when Kendrick starts, he talks about like, I have money, I have passports, I have stuff. It just don't run me. It just is not the point of all this. The point of all this is to express myself through this art. And you're not who you say you are. You're pretending to be of my culture. I love in Euphoria, he has this line. It's almost like a throwaway line, but he says, "You can't imitate this violence." And he's talking about the violence that made black people in America. So you coming from Canada, saying all this stuff, saying, putting on the chain, posting up in our hoods, but you ain't from here. You can't pretend to be this. Be you, Aubrey. Stop trying to be us, And oh man, it's like I've been waiting 15 years on somebody to say this. And I just happen to be my favorite rapper out now that said it. And it's a perfect week for me.
I love that. I love that for you. Harold in Dallas, 866-801-8255. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on. Hi.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I'm going to tell y'all, I may be the only person out here, Carol, that thinks that
who's Carol?
This is horrible, Sir Karen. I'm tired of us as black people arguing. Why aren't we the only ones doing this?
Who
Country
cares?
music ain't doing this.
Harold, can we, somebody always, when I'm on a Friday, I'll post a video, and then somebody always going to have a serious commentary on it. And I'm like, really?
Well, also, that's not true, right? Like, there are so many pop beefs between like Taylor Swift and Demi Lovato. There's so many beefs. Ask the Dixie Chicks if nobody else does this but black people. Like there's definitely all kinds of interpersonal stuff that happens. It feels like sometimes people feel like only black people should be ashamed of it. I don't think there's any shame in this. I don't like you, and that's it. And here's the reasons why.
Actually, unlike other beefs, this dissertation by Kendrick Lamar, to me, I think is instructive for the next generation. Hopefully out of this will come people who can string sentences together that actually tell a story that, to your point, yes, it is very personal, but he didn't talk about his mama, right. He didn't talk about his BBL or his nose job. He cut to the white meat, but he did it lyrically, and it wasn't a mumble rap situation. There are words in here, the rhyme, the metric, the iambic pentameter of it all. I'm sitting there like, this young man really understands
Pulitzer Prize winning young man.
I'm gonna throw that over there because that's a lot.
I mean, listen,
yes,
as a fan, I need to just say this. He earned that. Like, this ain't it's because he capitulated to the whiteness that loved it. And then he said enough things and the white people came down to pat him on the head. No.
You're right.
He made his black ass Compton American art. And it's so undeniably genius as in his lifetime, not 20 years later, not posthumously, now. That people that won't give him a Grammy, they were like, yeah, F all that. This brother is making stuff that is Pulitzer level, right? And so I think to have a person like that speak up for our Black American culture, to say like, yo, this Black Canadian dude is kind of interloper, and it's weird that y'all are just letting him get away with it. I don't see how that's a bad thing.
Is Harold still there? Because I don't want to just shut you down that, bro.
Yeah,
and I feel what you're saying, but this is different. This is not Tupac and Biggie.
Okay, I just think the whole spectrum. It's like, it's not. I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about everything else. You know what I mean? The Nicki Minaj's and Megan.
Yeah, that's silly. This is actually. I think there's a generation of young people who need to see this kind of discourse. You know what I'm saying? Like this type of expression, because it is instructive. It is not just demoralizing and demeaning. It, like you said, it gets to character, and it's how that imposter thing.
It's how we hand the legacy down. Because everybody I named is rapping. Rick Ross rapping. Kendrick rapping, J. Cole rapping, Drake is actually rapping. Like, this ain't the mumble stuff. This ain't the, hey, we in the club. Like, they're saying things, and this is what this art form came from. It was used to communicate. It was used, even back in the day, people used to battle in the beginning of hip hop when it was just come to our party, not day party. This is part of the legacy. And if you don't love the legacy, then I don't know how you look at this moment as a bad thing. I love this.
Yes, that part. Let's get back to where we're expressing ourselves like people that read.